The European volcanic eruption, which could kill millions with a landslide megatsunami. This widely active volcano is at risk of causing a landslide powerful enough to send waves up to 4,000 miles away. La Palma. La Palma is one of Spain's Canary Islands, and we know that there is a mantle plume. It's a hot spot down there. A beautifully rugged bolt hole just off the coast of Africa that has attracted tourists for years. Basically, it's a honeymoon resort for European couples. Now, it's a volcanic island at its heart, dotted with such natural openings in the Earth's crust. Unlike many islands around the world, two of these volcanoes are active and have, in modern times, erupted multiple times in recent years. Because of their geological makeup and proximity to the sea, some volcanologists warn that future eruption risks collapsing significant material into the surrounding ocean and sparking what one scientist described as a megatsunami. La Palma is a relatively new island, having only sprung into existence 3 million years ago, a baby in the world of rock formations. It's therefore vulnerable to fast-flowing landslides in the event of an eruption, something which was explored during Naked Science documentary on natural disasters. Speaking of a volcanic event on the island, the documentary's narrator noted, "A slide from this mountain could kill millions of people in Europe and along America's eastern seaboard." Cumbra Vieja has a long history of violent activity and has erupted at least 8 times since the Spanish began keeping records in the 15th century. Over time, these eruptions have created steep sliding cones on which thick layers of ash and residue rest, precariously balanced. Professor Bill McGuire, a geologist at University College London, UCL, has studied La Palma's volcanic ridge and believes the buildup of gas beneath its surface could in the future lead to the considerable eruption. The pressure from the gas would manifest itself in the form of fissures, opening a lengthy fault line straddling the entire island. This fault line runs for at least 9 miles, and Professor McGuire believes that if it were to burst open after an eruption, around 500 billion tons of rock would pour out into the neighboring Atlantic Ocean. This landslide could reach a speed of more than 220 miles an hour. It would be hurtling down the slope of the volcano, and it would start to break up into smaller pieces into the ocean, he said. By then, it would already have displaced something like half a mile of water, which would be towering above your head. And that would probably be the last thing you'd ever see. On impact with the water, a dome 3,000 feet high should shoot into the sky, forming what Professor McGuire describes as an ocean-side tsunami. It would be at least as devastating as those that struck the Indian Ocean, he said. Predictive models suggest that the waves would have the potential to travel up to 4,000 miles towards the U.S. East Coast, and while the waves would lose much of their power by the time they reach the U.S., they would travel all the way across the Atlantic Ocean again to the east coast of North America. So that's what would be happening. This is by Joel Day on Express UK. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.